Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan. I'm just your average thrifty bargain hunter turned full-time reseller. And recently I started documenting my journey here on YouTube, and I'm so glad to have you. Today, we have a what sold video. Today's Monday in real time. I don't think this video is going to go up today. I will try to get it up tomorrow or Wednesday at the latest. I have a lot of other things I have to get done today, so not sure if editing this video and uploading it is going to be in the parameters of what I'm capable of today. Anyway, like I said, this is going to be a what sold video for June 23rd through the 29th. Like I said, today is Monday in real time. I cannot believe tomorrow is July. Anyway, how was your weekend? I had a really great weekend. Jack and I went to see Metallica at Mile High on Friday. It was my first time seeing Metallica. He's seen Metallica, I think, 2 or 3 times throughout his life, and it was my first time seeing Metallica, and it was awesome. I'm not a really big... If you've been here for some time, you might have heard me say I'm not a really big, people or crowd person, but it was really fun, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. The perfect seats, the weather was nice, everything. It was awesome. Anyway, if you would like to share what you did this weekend, I would love to know. I had okay sales throughout last week. Okay being barely okay. And then thank goodness Saturday, Sunday sales really picked up for me and helped even out the week for me. Friday, I didn't do anything at all, hardly at all. I think I deleted one sold item on the way to the concert. We got stuck in 3 hours of traffic. It was supposed to be an hour and a half drive, and it was every ounce of 3 hours on the way there. Anyway, Friday was the first time I really took a break from working in the longest that I can remember, and to my happy surprise, like I said, on Saturday and Sunday, I had some pretty good sales. I had a high number of sales compared to the rest of the week. I wouldn't say this week was wonderful by any means with my sales, but it just goes to show that if you don't work every single day, you still can make sales. So I really need to make that a point to take more intentional breaks, because it was really wonderful not working on Friday. Anyway, all of that to say, we have sales to share. If you are new here, I will pop a photo of this item that I'm talking about on the screen in case, one, I didn't put it in a haul, or two, maybe you missed it. Let me scoot over just a tiny bit so I can put the items on the screen. Okay, and for today's sales, we are going to be talking about eBay, Depop, Poshmark, Mercari, and my own website. So I do have quite a few platforms worth of sales to talk to you about. We are first also... My title is not a clickbait, because I'm sure I'll put something in the title. On Poshmark, I've received probably the most unhinged feedback I have ever received in my reselling career. And I feel like that's saying a lot, because I've come in contact with some people on the interwebs. But we will get to that very last, so you have to stick around. Okay, we're going to start on eBay. And the first eBay sale I have to share is this pair of Viore Men's Optimist corduroy relaxed fit pants in gray, size large. These sold for $20, and I will make $19 after fees and cost of goods. And just so I don't have to say that every time, what I'm telling you I'm making is what I'm earning after the fees on the platforms and after my cost of goods. So you can just carry that through for the rest of this video. Okay, the next sale I have is this Lark self-cleaning water bottle, Puri V's in cream, size 25 ounces. This was a water bottle that had a kind of that phone soap thing. You stick your phone in, you close it, and the UV light comes on and cleans your phone. That was the same type of deal with this water bottle. The lid had a button that you press, and it UV or blue light, I don't know what the light is. It lit up the water bottle and self-cleaned it and purifies the water, I think. So this was like a really cool water bottle. This sold for 40 and I will make 34. Next eBay sale, Ralph Edwards Sportswear Vintage 50s Moto Jacket Police Issue. This sold for 170 and it is going overseas. I always love when sales go internationally. It sucks that you can't see like where internationally it's going. It just says like the eBay International Shipping Hub or whatever, but going overseas. If I didn't say it sold for 170 and I'll make 158. Next eBay sale, Antonio Milani Lita dress in Buttercup, new with tag, size 0. This sold for 20 and I will make 15. Next eBay sale, Miss Bijou, I don't know why that was hard for me to say, Y2K baby doll tank top, cream lace trim, nude, size small. This I think was in my most recent haul from last week. It sold for $19.60 and I will make 16. Next sale, Calypso St. Barth silk lined slip dress with lace overlay, resort wear, vacation, size small. This was also in a recent haul. I don't think it was my most recent haul, but it was a very recent haul. It sold for 21 and I will make 18. Then I sold this Theory Maven dress in deep linen, short sleeve, size 2. This sold for 24 and I will make 19. And that sold via promoted listing. I think that's the first one out of all of them that I've shared with you so far that have sold via promoted listing, and I will try, hold on, I have something in my eye. Oh, a hair, that's what it is. And I will try to mention that moving forward. Next eBay sale, Ermenegildo Zinga, I think that's how you say it. Button front wool cardigan, men's button up sweater, size extra large. This sold for my full asking price of $80 and I will make 68. And this was from I think 2 or 3 hauls ago as well. So a lot of things are selling very quickly, which I love. This was a full wool sweater. And I think in the haul I had said, oh, I'm not going to wait and list it in fall time. I'm going to list it now. Very glad I listed it now because it sold for my full asking price. Okay, next eBay sale I have to share is this INC Y2K vintage fairy tee button up lace cami shirt in pink, size extra large. This was also in a recent haul and it sold for 22 and I will make 18. And then I just had a sale come in as I'm reading off my other sales to you. So this Equipment Barbie pink 100% silk button front shirt utility pocket size medium sold. It sold for 32 and I will make 25. We're going to move into Depop, and the first Depop sale, I only had 2, but I will take 2. It's like for 2.5 weeks, my Depop went like radio silent. Before last week, the last Depop sale I had was 23 days ago. So I don't know what happened on my Depop. Maybe I was in Depop jail for something and now I am released. But I sold 2 things on Depop this week. First is this Vera Vintage 70s red and white polka dot square scarf made in Japan. This sold for 22 and I will make 20. And I love picking up scarves at the bins because it's essentially like they're free to me, like they weigh absolutely nothing. So taking them home with me cost me pennies, if that. And like I said, this sold for 22 and I will make 20. And then my second Depop sale, Free People Movement Mesmerize Me pants, color block cargo pant, tan and yellow, size medium. These sold for 40 and I will make 34. Moving on to my own website, which I will have linked down below if you've never seen it and you want to check it out. I have a Shopify store where I offer free shipping and typically the lowest price on all of my items. So I do have one sale to share with you from my website. Kinga Sicily, I think that's how you say it. Anthropology Crystal Boho Tiered Floral Maxi Dress, size extra small. This sold for 49 and it went to Christy. Thank you so much, Christy. I so appreciate you shopping with me. This also was in my very most recent haul, and I think when I listed it on all of my platforms, I listed it incorrectly and put the size as extra large instead of extra small, and someone on Poshmark from YouTube reached out to me and told me that this dress was marked as extra large, but the tag said extra small, and just were giving me a heads up that I made a mistake. Thank you so much for that, by the way, whoever that was. Thank you so much, because that would have really sucked to sell this dress to someone thinking they were buying an extra large when really it was an extra small. Thank you for catching my mistake. Next, Let's see what we've got going on here. Poshmark? No, Mercari. Poshmark last. Okay. The sole Mercari sale I have to share with you, which I will take all day long. I am glad Mercari finally woke up, but I did recently revamp my Mercari store, so I deleted every listing that I had on Mercari, all of them, and I'm slowly just posting the new listings as I go, like cross-listing them to Mercari, because for the life of me, I still don't know what sells on Mercari. I've been a Mercari user for like, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and I've sold 77 items in total on Mercari, so not very many. Anyway, I will take this sale. Viore men's Banks shorts, athletic short, made from partially recycled plastic bottles, size large. These sold for $29.75, and I will make 26. Now we're moving into Poshmark. The first Poshmark sale I have to share with you. Johnny Was Collection Vintage Little Black Slip Dress Beaded Sequins. This sold for $39 and I'll make 31. Next, I sold these Patagonia Vintage Lightweight Stand-Up Shorts, size 30. These sold for $25 and I will make 19. Oh, this is so cute. Harley Davidson Vintage Cropped Windbreaker Biker Style Jacket, size 12 months. Like, it was like a little like nylon feeling, but it looked like a moto jacket for a 1-year-old. So cute. This sold for, I think when I found this initially, I priced it like at $50 or something, and I've had it for so long and dropped the price and made offers to likers. Finally, somebody bought this for 17 and I will make 13. I will take that. I'm happy that it's off to a new home and not sitting in my inventory anymore. Speaking of my inventory, I lost of course it was an eBay sale, so that's wonderful. I lost an eBay sale and Jack actually helped me to go through every single one of my bins looking for it. And we started at opposite ends of the inventory and worked our way towards each other. And when we were down to the last 2 bins right next to each other, I finished going through the bin first. And I was like, come on, babe, you can find it. You can find it. As he was like digging through the last bin. Sadly, it wasn't in there. And as soon as he finished looking, he goes, oh, right to jail. Because I had to cancel that eBay sale. So hopefully I'm not in eBay jail. I think I've had 1 sale and an offer come through since that happened. So fingers crossed I'm not fully in jail. Anyway, I'll take house arrest, but I don't want to be in jail. Okay, next sale, packed fit and flare midi swing dress, organic cotton racerback dress in pink size extra large. This sold for $27 and I will make 20. My next sale, marine layer Sahara button down 100% tinsel cheetah print shirt, size medium. This sold for $28 and I will make 21. This was okay, so I found this, listed it, and had it on the rolling rack to be in this haul, and it sold so fast, I had to send it out. Smartwool Men's Merino Plant-Based Dye Short Sleeve Tee in Mauve, size large. This sold, I want to say the same day I listed it, for just a few dollars off of my asking price. It sold for $23, and I will make 18, and I've never seen plant-based dye from Smartwool before, so that was fun. I'm sure that has like a special sort of market to people that like natural based dyed clothing. These are fun. Wet Seal Y2K Vintage Brown Flared Slinky Pants, tie waist, low rise, size small. These absolutely are something I would have loved back in the day. Just putting that out there. These sold for my full asking price of $25 and I will make 20. They sold, I think, within 24 hours of being listed. I had attention on them on Poshmark, which is where they sold, on eBay, and on Depop. I think Depop, they had like 12 likes when I delisted it. On Poshmark, where they sold, they have 9 likes. Within 24 hours, these Wet Seal pants got 9 likes. So I have a sneaking suspicion vintage Wet Seal, vintage Rue 21, vintage Charlotte Russe, vintage Forever 21, all of those, all of the above. I think certain pieces are going to be like gold in the near future. I probably should have listed these for a little bit more, but I guarantee you $25 is more than the original retail. So happy to take that all day long. Next sale. I'm so sad to the person that wanted these on YouTube. I'm so sorry these sold before you got to see them. Circle T vintage wide leg overlap wrap pants in dusty rose pink high rise size 7-8. These sold for a little bit off of my asking price. I think this person got an offer and they accepted it, and this was the first person to like them on Poshmark. These also sold very quickly, I think within 24 hours of being listed. These sold for $27 and I'll make 20. Next, I sold a bundle. Yay, my first and only bundle of the week. Rawlings vintage Herculite basketball coach Fruit of the Loom muscle shirt size medium. That sold in a bundle with this pair of Harley Davidson black leather chaps, logo patch, full zip, snap button legs, size large. This bundle sold for $85 and I will make $65. Then I sold this pair of Viore Ripstop vintage shorts in sienna size small. These sold for $32 and I will make $24. This was also something that I lost in my inventory. It wasn't like written down which bin it was in, so we had to search the inventory for these as well. Thank goodness we found one of the two that was missing. I kind of wish we found the eBay one instead of the Poshmark one, because I kind of feel like Poshmark is a little bit more lenient when you have to like cancel an order or refund a sale or something like that. You don't get put right to jail. Anyway, next Poshmark sale. Free People Hidden Hills Maxi Duster Kimono Cardigan Floral Ivory. This sold for $42 and I'll make $32. Then these also were in a recent haul. J. Crew wide leg essential pants in linen resort wear brown size 2. These sold for $28 and I'll make $21. And yeah, the last sale, recent sale that I have to share with you. Bird Dogs lined athletic activewear shorts in blue, size large, long. These sold for $25 and I will make $19. And that's all the sales from last week that I have to share with you, but I do want to talk to you about this one sale. So on June 4th, I sold this pair of Lululemon Pace Breaker pants in black, size medium. I sold them for my full asking price. The person outright bought these from me. I got a message at 12:55 at night. Hello, how are you? 12:56 at night. When will you ship and how is the condition? 1:44 question mark. 2:37 hello. And finally, at 3:11, I saw all these messages and I was like, are you joking? I probably shouldn't have said this, but I responded and I said, hi, I don't work for you and don't answer questions when you demand. Did you read the description? Let me know if I need to cancel your order. Happy to. I shouldn't have said that, like I said, but I was just like, for real? Like, it is the middle of the night and you're messaging me multiple times asking me about when I'm going to ship and when is the condition. It's the middle of the night. I'm not shipping it right now. The condition is described in the photos and the description. The description is not blank. There's not one photo. There's not only a stock model photo. There's pictures of the actual item. So I was just like over it when I saw all of those messages. Do you know they never wrote me back? So that was June 4th. The order was completed. So I got my money on June 9th. 5 days later. Took 2 days to ship and 3 days for Poshmark to release my funds, okay? On the 29th. So yesterday, I got feedback for this order. And I got 1 star. Could improve. Other, ship time, and seller responsiveness. And this is what the comments were. Absolutely appalling experience with this seller. Regarding the seller's attitude, they were completely unprofessional, rude, and seemed utterly unhinged. The communication was aggressive and uncalled for, making me feel disrespected and uncomfortable. To be honest, this experience was downright traumatizing. I'm still shaken by the encounter, and I won't be ordering from this seller again. In fact, I'll be sure to warn others about the terrible service and blatant disregard for customer satisfaction. If you're looking for a stress-free shopping experience, stay far, far away from this seller. 1 out of 10. Would not recommend. I mean, utterly unhinged because I told you I don't work for you and I'm happy to cancel your order? And you were traumatized by my response? Jesus, like, I'm glad I don't know this person in real life because I could not handle someone like that. I feel like I'm a buttercup when it comes to feelings and getting my feelings hurt, but like, do you need me to hold your hand? Like, fuck. Okay. I also got an interesting feedback on eBay. I had someone contact me and tell them that this Nike jacket didn't fit them. Where is it? This clearly is not a men's large. The item description doesn't say it's women's. I will be leaving negative feedback unless this is favorably resolved. And I said, it's odd you'd assume it was men's. Even more odd you didn't check the measurements provided to you. I don't take kindly to threats of negative feedback. Do what you need to do, bud. And they obviously didn't like that because they did leave me feedback. But their feedback is like, again, unhinged. Like, I was informed by the seller it was my fault for not checking the measurements. Yeah. Correct. I can't, again, hold your hand until you read the description and the measurements, honey, and check and make sure that your size matches up with the measurements. Shame on me for assuming the listing was for a men's and not for a women's. Their reply was snarky and didn't encourage repeat business or a favorable review. And I responded, and I probably shouldn't have, but I was just like, for real? I said, what odd behavior. It's wild to assume every item on the internet is your size without reviewing the detailed measurements and information clearly provided to you in the listing. Furthermore, it is unacceptable to issue threats of negative feedback and attempt to force a return. As I stated, I do not respond kindly to threats, and for that reason, you've been blocked. There's no need to worry about a future transaction. Like I said, I know I probably shouldn't have responded in that way to those two people, but like, I don't know. I did. Here we are. And yeah. Anyway, in particular, the Poshmark feedback, like where they said they felt disrespected and uncomfortable and the experience was downright traumatizing and they're still shaken by the encounter. Go touch some grass. Honestly. Anyway, that's it for this Wetzel video. If you want to let me know in the comments below how your sales have been, what your best, most exciting sale was of last week, that would be awesome. And as always, if you took the time to watch this video and you spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on the way out, I would so appreciate it. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye!